Welcome to another episode of Pels in a Blender. It's your boy A. Davis. I got them up in People's Champ back in the building. Cheddar Chaz, you heard me? Look, one thing y'all need to know. Chaz for sure gonna tell you how it is. You may not like it, but that is what it is. You heard me?
For
It's gonna be
sure.
all facts all the time. How you feeling, fellas?
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man? I appreciate you having me back on, brother. For
I'm
sure.
good, bro. I'm
It's an
good.
honor, man. Whoa, what up, Major?
Yeah, it was him, though. You heard me? So this particular show, look at my dog, he's this thing on tap. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of so you just recently put out the show about no excuses and
Yes, sir.
kind of dove into why the Pelicans at this point, like a lot of people keep making excuses as to why this team shouldn't be good or why it's gonna be a real challenge for them to win this season. Yet at the same time, if you look at the players that we have, everybody kind of wouldn't mind trading for our players.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
why can't we have a balance in that? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. So kind of recap for those who may not have watched your show. If I add Cheddar Chaz on YouTube, make sure y'all go like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Tap into those. But kind of give a recap of what your last episode was about.
Man, I think it's a great way to start the show. Also, I'm doing a preseason raffle, man. Make sure y'all DM me y'all email addresses at @ChatterChaz. Doing a little contest. I'm gonna be doing two, one in the preseason, one the top of the regular season. But to answer your question, I think a lot of times people want to have their cake and eat it too, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
For example, don't tell me how great Zion is as a talent and how promising Trey is as a talent and how, Herb Jones is this all-world defender. Kevon Looney is this elder, he's not that old, but he's an elder statesman champion. And, just don't tell me these things. And then at the same time saying all of that talent can be easily diminished by Willie Green. Because if we're being fair and we just going by the data, when this team was ranked number one in the West, for a short period of time before Zion gets injured, Willie Green was the head coach. When this team rallied at the end of Willie Green's rookie season and made the playoffs via the play-in, Willie Green was the head coach. When this team won 49 games, Willie Green was the head coach. Now, people will say, oh, well, they had some shortcomings even then. It's like, yeah, but yet and still, they got there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got to the dance. You see what I'm saying? When the talent shows up, this team is talented enough, more than talented enough, to minimize Willie Green's shortcomings, in my opinion. It can't be a situation where you're saying, oh, I believe in these guys, but at the same time, they ain't gonna be nothing. Because it's like you're giving yourself two ways out. You know what I'm saying? You're being optimistic on one end when evaluating the talent, but you're being negative and setting low expectations. So you can say, oh, see, I told you so. So I'm fine with that, man. It's either you believe in the talent or you don't. Because if you don't believe in the talent, simple solution to move on from it. Like,
Absolutely. Facts. So I kind of want I guess expand on what it is that you're saying, because first off, this statement from me is a big one. Our top 6 players are top in the league. Injuries have hurt us, not Willie. So Willie, this is the thing about Willie. Willie is not a great coach, right? Everybody understands that Willie's not a great coach. At the same time, I don't know for sure if Willie is the absolute worst coach in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could probably go, like, I could immediately name Doc Rivers. I think it's just a significantly worse. Like, there's other coaches that are worse, if not as bad as Willie Green. And just in sports in general, but especially one in basketball, where your best players or your 5 people on the court play both sides. It's not like football where you got an offense and a defense and special teams, and you know what I mean? Like, Tom Brady can't be on the field at all times. Basketball
safety.
Exactly. Basketball is heavily impacted by the players on the court, like on both sides. So they make or break the coaches, in my opinion. So with this particular case, like you just said, you've seen Willie have runs where he's looked like a competent coach, right? So at the end of the day, if you look at all of the coaches in the league, all of the teams around the league, I do not think that we're in the worst situation to where just having Willie Green is like having Willie Green is enough to say, okay, we won't finish top 3 or top 4. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because those top coaches, you got the best players, the best rosters, stuff like that. That's how you become a top. No, Willie not gonna get you a top 4 type team. But can you consistently compete if the talent is what you say it is? Absolutely. I think Willie is good enough to do that.
Shout out to my dog Michael Morgan. How you doing, brother?
What up, Mike? Always tapping in.
I think I agree totally with what you said. I think good to great coaches get you over the hump by their adjustments, game management, rotations, etc. But like you spoke about with your earlier point, the players still got to show up. And ultimately, this is not the MASH squad like coming into the season. Now, like injuries could always happen. But if this is like a fully healthy team and you're still not contributing, then that falls on the players, because ultimately Willie Green's not saying go out there and miss shots. Could he shout out to my dog Ryan in the building. He say now could he kind of orchestrate the offense to be a little more diplomatic and crafting an offense that generates easier looks? Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. But ultimately, the players, they know the situation they in. I don't have an endorsement of Willie Green. Right. I think Willie Green is neutral at best. My endorsement is based on the players and how I view their talent. And the players, I would hope that they're self-aware enough, being that they've been working with Willie Green for years now. I would hope that
5 years.
5 years now. I would hope that they're self-aware enough to say, all right, look, we're in a foxhole. Let's go out here and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we can't have it both ways. Because like before, when the Pelicans were one of the upper ranked defenses in the league, it's like, oh, Willie Green is this great tactical defensive guy, right? Then Herb Jones gets hurt, and now everybody like, oh, it was Herb Jones all along. It wasn't Willie Green. And it's like, all right, man, look. All right, look, dog. Like, what we
have
doing?
That cake and eat it too, bro.
Yeah, like, what we doing here? Now, you know, Willie Green gets these guys to buy in and play. And it's like, all right, so the ultimate professional, let's say Herb Jones, who's known as the ultimate professional. Jonas, all these guys. So when the team is underperforming, then they aren't buying into Willie Green. Like, which one is it? Are they always buying in? Are they never buying in? Do some buy in? Do some not buy in? Look, man, it's ball up top at the end of the day. Everybody got to go out there and deliver. Again, we saw Monty Williams take a team to the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So Monty Williams take a team to the finals. No one thinks Monty Williams is a quality coach. Ty Lue thought to be a decent coach. You know, solid to good coach. He took a MASH squad to the playoffs this past season. You know what I'm saying? JB Bickerstaff, he was thought of a guy who couldn't get over the hump. Help take Detroit to new heights. Yeah, with the Pistons, because they're healthy. You know what I'm saying? There's several examples of this. Steve Nash. Nobody thinks Steve Nash was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He dealt with all kinds of stuff.
They was a toe away from the championship.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They dealt with all kind of stuff that season. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's at the end of the day, man, when talent shows up, it either neutralizes or maximizes the coach's strengths or weaknesses. So the talent got to show up at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. You're getting paid to.
I agree. And the bigger thing when people talk about the talent is, so a lot of people talk about the top end talent, like the starting five talent. Like, obviously, your starting five, people put the starting five up against any starting five. I guess you could say in the league, you know what I mean? Like,
mostly, yeah.
They like, you know what I mean? Give or take a couple teams, but your starting five of Z, Herb, Trey, Poole, and I don't know, Missy or Looney, whoever you choose, realistically give you a shot against any team. So
I believe so, yes.
People been talking about like the back half of the rosters and stuff like that. Well, realistically, in a regular season, in a 82 game regular season, you do need the back half of the roster. But at the end of the day, you really only playing what, 10 people max.
10 people, yeah.
10 people max. Them back 5 players are like, in case somebody gets hurt,
right.
in case somebody, you know what I mean? Hey, this was on a minute restriction. We need to elevate somebody. Your rookie showing. It really depends on where you are as a team and an organization
right.
on who actually plays. So if you look at our top, in my opinion, our top 8 to 10 rotation, it's really not as bad as everybody thinks it is in comparison to the teams that we're comparing it to. So this is what I mean. Hold on, let me this is what I mean. I'm gonna let you go. So like in the West, it don't matter what the rotation is. The top 4 teams are probably OKC, Houston, Denver, and the Clippers, based on what the Clippers then done.
Yeah.
Right? Like
probably locked in, yeah.
Yeah, like it don't matter what we add. You won't more than likely be better than those teams. Right. So let's remove them honestly from West conversations. So you got the Lakers, who got Luka and Brian, which you give benefit of the doubt to Luka being, maybe top 3 player in the league, however you look at it. But the rest of their roster, I mean,
yeah, and even with Brian, it's like
first
half of the season, yeah.
Yes.
Like after that, Brian, you get a little long in the tooth. Like,
bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Brian be having to take 2 weeks off,
right,
and then be having a rest, and he be going on his sabbaticals. People talk so much about the 43s a game thing, but we were like 9-3 when we did get up 43s. Just being able to do it only 12 out of 82 is a problem. So this game is the philosophy. Willie got some things he need to shore up for sure. Bay is solid off the bench, absolutely. Let me see. Bay is going to be really sharp and Trey in practice along with Herb and Peavy. Absolutely. Hawk got to give us something. That's another thing. And I'm going to kind of get into all of that too with Hawk being able to give us something. Pause. That sounded a little crazy. But Hawk is a lottery pick, bro. Like by year 3, like you got to start showing a little bit of something.
Especially in this new CBA.
Yeah. No, you a bad shooting year from being out the league.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go ahead and expand on what we was talking about from a roster perspective in comparison to like the other teams in the league. So the teams I think that we're competing with, right, for like that 5 to, and is always a game or 2, 5 to like 10 spot. The Lakers to a degree, the Spurs, which I really don't have the Spurs in there to be honest, but just for sake of argument,
conversation's sake, right?
Yeah, conversation's sake, we'll throw the Spurs in there. Mini, Dallas, Golden State, and Memphis. Okay. Out of all of those teams, bro, after like running the numbers, we have top like 10 rotation, top 10 players. We have the 3rd best roster. Out of the top 10.
Also, look, not to stop your wisdom, but that's what nuance comes into it as well, right? Because let's think about Dallas, for example. Again, Kyrie not gonna be there.
Bro, Kyrie said he might miss the whole season.
Thank you. That's why I'm like, bro, what is we doing here? Like with some of these conversations. Then you got Anthony Davis, who just had some eye surgery and things like that. We know Anthony Davis is notorious for
missing
injuries.
Games.
Also,
even if you take the injuries away, hold on. We seen AD as a number 1. When you seen AD as a number 1 carry a team to the playoffs, a high seed at that.
It's never happened.
No,
it just never happened. Like I know some people talk about the year Boogie got hurt, but it's like depends on who you consider the number 1 in that year. But also, like you think about again, Luka literally just got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron's getting older, starting to get a couple injuries here and there. After LeBron, that roster, that's a steep drop off. 3rd best player is what? Austin Reeves. Then you talking about Rui, Hachimura.
DeAndre Ayton, maybe.
Yeah, Ayton, maybe. You don't know what's gonna happen with that. Then you got who else you got? I think Portland got a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? You got to see how that
as bad as ours. They coaches as bad as ours.
Yeah,
who you rather have Chauncey Billups or Willie?
To me, it's about the same. And then you take into account now, Scoop finally gonna be starting. There's a lot of
Are we
things.
sure?
Yeah. Well, I don't know who would be their
They
starting
got
point guard. Drew,
Drew.
maybe.
Drew ain't coming off no bench. Drew.
But then
How
Grant.
much Drew make?
Well, Drew
Drew
don't want to
make
play point guard, so they're not going. I don't think they're gonna run Sharp at point. But you
yo,
never know. You
Sharp
never
at
know.
3.
They
know,
probably.
man.
But then you got Jeremy Grant. So what you gonna put Jeremy Grant at the 4? And like it's a lot of things. And the thing with Dallas, with Portland, with a couple other teams is they don't have to rush their process. Like they don't have to do it, because if Dallas come out the gate slow, what's to stop them from saying, you know what, we're gonna wait and let Kyrie do his thing. We're just gonna be Cooper Flag, yeah. Cooper Flag, go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Suns, Kevin, like the Pelicans, Zion specifically was killing them with Kevin Durant and Bill and Booker. Now Booker and Kevin Durant gone, Booker's gone. Like
Jalen Green.
Yeah, y'all scared Jalen Green. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors, Steph getting a little older. He's just coming off an injury. Jimmy Butler's not really a regular season guy at this stage.
He don't turn it on till post All-Star break anyway.
Right, and that's the one team I believe that literally hasn't made any moves. They got a situation with Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things to where it's like when you look at the nuance of what other teams have going on, it kind of provides more clarity to what the Pelicans have going on. Because again, dog, the Pelicans ain't got like no scrubs in that starting unit. And to your point earlier, teams ain't doing no hockey assists. Hockey substitutions. It's going to be a starter on the floor with the second unit, like most of the time.
Probably 2.
Yeah,
most of the time,
probably
like
2, right? Or at least 2 starting caliber guys.
You're gonna always see. I think always on the floor there'll be like a combination of Trey and Poole, Poole and Z and Poole, Z and Herb, Trey and Herb. Like, I don't think you'll ever run a full game where it's just your lineup is Sadiq Bey, Jordan Hawkins, Jose, like
I don't even know. Yeah, it's just that's the thing. That's why, bro, I think people just want a perfect team. And it's like, that don't exist, bro. They just don't exist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me so just for clarity for everybody that's watching the show, and I was explaining this to Chad too. So for people that don't know, I'm in engineering school right now. So like when we start having some of these conversations, the regular person in me and the nerd in me kind of like mash up. So what I put together, and I'm gonna throw this up real quick. Hold on. Let me know if you can see that. You can see that?
I can see it, yes.
All right. So this is what we have: the Pels in the Blender West teams breakdown. And so this is how I put this together. So because everybody be wanting to talk about their list, but like we be needing clarity on what exactly it is we looking at. If you look top left, expected top teams. Those teams we not even really discussing, right? Like you're just over the course of 82 games, we probably not going to be better than those teams unless they have a significant injury. Benefit of the doubt, I think Luke is good enough. I just give him benefit of the doubt. So the teams that we really contending with, many New Orleans, Dallas, Memphis, San Antonio, Golden State, and teams I'm really not worried about: Phoenix, Portland, Utah, Sacramento. How off like top of your head, like how does that look to you?
Top, like this off the rip, I agree. I might give many the benefit of the doubt team, maybe, right? Because I think that highly of the Gobert pairing with Ant, but also take into consideration Conley a year older. They just lost No. I don't know how much they really did to reinforce their depth. What's homie name? Is it McDaniels?
Shannon.
Yeah, you got Shannon. Jaden, you got Dillingham. They got some cool people. They brought back Nash Reed, but the league is different every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. League is different every year. So even with Memphis lost Desmond Bane. They brought back KCP, who was struggling. Jaren Jackson Jr. is coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? Wemby, he hasn't finished the season just yet.
And even when he plays, he's inconsistent.
Yeah, and to me, because I feel like they turned Wemby into Kristaps Porzingis. Like
Yeah.
how they using him, I'm like, that don't really put no fear in my heart. But yeah, other than that, man, I don't really see nothing I would argue with. They trying to look the Kings media, they like, yo, we need to move on from Sabonis. Like they
Yeah.
the Kings media ready to punt the season.
I
They
think,
like it's over. Like,
listen, Sacramento, Utah, and Phoenix to a degree. Phoenix got the we gonna compete. Bro, y'all
yeah.
know y'all not compete with nobody, though. Like this,
Yeah.
like you just already know. And again, when I look at our team compared to those teams, most of those teams on the right, other than Portland, give us trouble. Utah, we struggle with Utah, but we didn't kind of started to figure them out.
Right.
But like other than that, mini, though, you watch our team against mini.
Right.
Like you see how Zion look against Minnesota when they play. What about Memphis? Like when Zion plays against Memphis, like the team looks different. San
Dallas
Antonio
without Kyrie or Luka
Dallas
right now.
without. Listen, so that out of all of this, and I'm gonna give you the records of our team with Zion against all of these teams. But Dallas is the only team we actually have a losing record against, and that's versus Luka, who's no longer there. So you know what I mean. So this is how I come up with it, because a lot of people's like, dog, our schedule's super tough, right? Well, if you think about it, everybody's got a tough schedule or have certain certain parts in their schedule that gets really, really challenging, right? Because most people know the New Orleans schedule, I didn't put it in there. I looked at Mini schedule. Mini has the most balanced schedule, so it was hard to really find like a tough stretch, because their schedule kind of go like good game, hard game, good game, hard game. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of balanced throughout the season for them. But real quick, and I don't want kind of like run through the whole thing. But if we look at people's schedules, Dallas, bruh, November, they got a stretch from November to December where they play Detroit, Houston, us, Memphis, Milwaukee, the Clippers, Minnesota, New York, New Orleans, Miami, the Lakers, and the Clippers with no Kyrie.
Right.
Like, dog, you got like, what if they don't survive? They come out of that and then go Denver, Miami, OKC, Houston, Detroit, New Orleans, Denver, Golden State. Again, no Kyrie. Like, they season damn near might be over.
With the number one pick on your team, so you ready to pull the plug if need be.
No.
Like, boy, we could really get Cooper Flax and run right here.
Exactly my point. That's exactly my point. So when people, and shout out to the people that's like, they don't really believe in a tough schedule because it's a little different in basketball. It depends on matchups and injuries. Absolutely. So the point I'm trying to make is that everybody's hitting on the Pelicans. Man, the schedule is tough. You know what I mean? At certain points, but it's like, well, everybody got tough matchups. No, Memphis, November and January, they got a November stretch. Now, I think Memphis is less talented than us. They got a stretch in November. Denver, Houston, Dallas, OKC, New York, Cleveland, Dallas, Denver, New Orleans, the Clippers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And look, not only that, right? Because one that isn't on here, I mentioned on the show the other day, was look at the Clippers. The Clippers got a point in their season, bro, where they go on like a 7-game road trip. 7-game road trip. Then they come back home for 2 games and go on another 5-game road trip. Yeah, and that's one of the oldest teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? And the thing for us, the strength of schedule, I think some people miss for us the nuance. The Pelicans, the strength of schedule was based on the team's records from the prior year.
Yes.
The Pelicans would be classified as a good team or a difficult team if they were healthy last year. The schedule only super strong or one of the strongest because the Pelicans were so bad last year due to their health issues. So if the Pelicans team, let's say that team had won, let's just say they won 40 games. They wouldn't be at the top, near the top of the league necessarily for us the strength of schedule, because they would be considered stronger. And that's more wins for the Pelicans would be more losses for other teams. So I'm just thinking it's scary talk, dog. Like I'm like, look, man, I've seen what these dudes can do. I believe in these dudes as far as like when healthy. I believe in the talent. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if you're gonna be Spooky Johnson about everybody, oh no, Cleveland coming to town. Like if you're gonna be like that, then what you're saying is you don't believe in these dudes. And if you don't believe in these dudes, then we need to go on about our business somewhere. Like, you know, they need to go ahead and be about it here, if that's what you're saying.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And the last point that we kind of want to hint at for a second is we talking about the coaching, because a lot of people put this on Willie Green. Well, Memphis got a brand new coach.
Yeah, I don't even know dude's name really. What's his name? Hold on.
Tumos Lisa.
Okay, TL.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Johnson for San Antonio. What? I don't know if Mitch gonna be a good coach.
That's another thing. Pop not on the sidelines, and then like shout out to my dog Ryan. What, like even when Pop was there, what Pop was doing before, like once Tim Duncan them left, what were they doing?
Blasted. Getting like you just had the number 2 pick in the draft last year, and you got Wemby. Come on, man.
Right? So like, come on, man. They like only bad teams get top picks. So if we being real, it's like I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I think people living in perpetual fear. Like you look at this Golden State stretch, right? Lakers at the beginning of the season, healthy LeBron. Probably healthy Luka, healthy Ayton. They don't even know who their starting center is going to be, right?
Kaminga might not even play.
Kaminga, he holding them hostage. He on a rampage. Denver, right after that. Memphis, top of the season. You know, Ja Love playing Golden State. Absolutely. Clippers, Milwaukee, top of the season, bro. It's like it's all about context. I said this on the show. I'm like, people saying the Pelicans, people worry about the Pelican schedule because you're not looking at other teams' schedules. Yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't follow other teams' schedule like that. Like, people didn't do the work that you just did and put together on this graph. This is a very impressive graph, bro. Shout out to you.
Appreciate
look at this breakdown. Look at that. Come on, man.
Listen, I'll be so because how I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at, okay, I know when I have tough schedules. Golden State, I don't have it on here. Golden State got 2 separate 6-game road trips.
At their age, bro.
6-game road trips. Yes, and Jimmy don't play before January, really. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, third best player is Buddy Hield,
bro. So I wasn't gonna bring it out, but I'm gonna bring out my chart now. Let me hold on. Look, dog. We worried about the Spurs because people be like, the Spurs got a lot of talent, a lot of depth and stuff like that, right? Dog, look at the Spurs schedule. December, they got a stretch December and January. Memphis, Orlando, Cleveland, New Orleans, Atlanta, OKC, Cleveland, New York. They're not good enough to like what they doing with that.
Yeah. Then on top of that, some of these games, because it's not specified on here, some of these games are going to be on the road.
Most of these games are on the road, bro. Like most of these stretches are like road stretch. Like most of this, and that's why how's that is like you go road, home, road, home. Like bro, is
some of them
days rest, back to backs.
Some are gonna be three games in 4 nights. You know what I'm saying? 3 games in 5 nights. Like, it's a lot of things a lot of nuance, man. Somebody gonna sprain their ankle, all these things can happen to the Pelicans as well. But the point is, they can happen to anybody. Absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? So why not give the Pelicans the same grace you're gonna give every other team? Like, you know what I'm saying? What have the Spurs done to earn so much of your your grace? What has Memphis done? You know what I'm saying? Ja been hurt more than Zion recently. What Memphis done? Because people like, well, they was good when, but Taylor Jenkins gone, brother. Taylor Jenkins not that no more. You know,
and Bang gone.
So, and Triple J supposed to be hurt top of the season. Zach Edey's hurt. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So, and the whole point of this exercise is not to say that the Pelicans are the best team, but what we are saying is, dog, we are as good as any of these other teams, if not better than any of these other teams. And there should be zero excuses for those dudes not to be, if they are healthy.
Right.
And we saying Zion, bro, I'm talking about Zion got all NBA. We've seen Zion play at an MVP level. Like, Zion to end the season last year, bro, was under 28 minutes a game, was looking like one of the elite players in the league.
Right.
Trey Murphy, before he got hurt, was looking like a rising star in the league. You get what I'm saying?
40-point games, yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, even last year, the team being hurt, we took Boston in Boston. It come down to the game winner that CJ got the little floater, but like you lose off the game winner. Trey, 40-point game, bro. You at the house. You know what I mean? You barely lose. So even in the season,
that came down to a Tatum game winner.
Tatum had to hit the fadeaway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we not good.
Right. Like, team not good. Yeah. And bro, think about this. Because let's just say CJ and Poole are comparable, right? And let's say, let's just say Looney, Messi together combined makes JV, right?
Okay.
That run in the 49 win season just a season ago when Brandon went out, because the only thing that's really different is that Brandon is gone. So so Brandon being out, you beat Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You beat Phoenix a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. You beat Golden State. You know what I'm saying? You beat the Clippers. Like, you showed up against big teams. Like you was a Zion. Zion finished that.
You was 3 minutes away. You was 3 minutes away from locking in. Like we going to we taking on Denver in the first round.
So, and you might as well say B.I. didn't play that game because he got benched.
He got benched.
So
CJ damn near got benched. CJ didn't play well either.
That's the thing I be saying, bro. It's like the owners got to be on the players, man. Like, these dudes, they got to show up, because I believe, truthfully, if the players show up and show out, now you got more leverage, and you can be like, yo, Joe, we just a real good coach away. Give us a new coach. But if you trash, how he know that the coach the problem?
Yeah.
If you ain't never showing up, how he know the coach the problem? It might be you. Maybe you the problem. Like, so it's a number of things, man. The players got to show up.
I absolutely agree. Speaking of the players got to show up, I'm gonna give you my last nerd graph, dog.
Let's do it. I'm enjoying it.
Give my last nerd graph. So look, this is color coded. This is color coded, right? This is the top 62 players in the middle of the pack of the West.
You're not getting this type of content nowhere else, especially in the Pelicans media space. Man, please subscribe and tap in with this. This is quality content. This is quality. Let's get into it, brother.
See what is it? Please, Willie gotta go since Ben. Yeah, we agree. Willie gotta go.
We agree, Blue Jay.
But he ain't gone. So what we gonna do?
That's
we can't just roll over and die.
like if I can just address this real quick, Blue Jay, I totally agree with you, brother. The only issue is we know he gonna be here. So like Elvin is saying, it's like we can't just be like, all right, well, he's here, Moron Mountain, here we come. It's like, no, you gotta show up. And maybe if you show up, that forces, the GM's hand, because don't forget, Taylor Jenkins got fired with a winning record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Milwaukee coach got fired with a winning record. They fired Mike Malone got fired with a winning record. Mike Brown got fired with a winning record. They fire coaches with winning records all the time, and they're not, fulfilling the or maximizing the players' talent. Players got to show that, we don't need this guy. Get us somebody else in here, and I think you'll see him going sooner than later.
Bro, Mike Malone won a championship, was a top 3 seed, and then made the playoffs again, and didn't even finish the season.
Man,
so so essentially, what I think is, when Griff got shut, because Griff wanted to fire Willie, he just got told no. Like, we would not have Willie Green right now if Griff didn't burn his own bridges. So people can't forget that aspect of the conversation as well. Griff wanted to make the move. I think because Joe Dumars is bro, I'm gonna do you a solid. I don't know what was going on. You got, 20 games to do whatever it is you could do to salvage this thing, and then we gonna see. Bro, Joe Dumars is, you don't think he got somebody in mind for this gig? He'd have probably already, and I don't know this for sure, but he'd have probably already hit up Sam Cassell. Hey, bro, it's time to come.
Juwan Howard,
show.
Hey, you doing all right? Yeah, I know you're from Michigan. Juwan Howard, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? You all right?
Listen, and we don't know if those people are gonna be better than Willie. You just want a new coach.
We don't. And ultimately, brother, no matter what, if we get a new coach tomorrow, you know what's gonna happen? If they start the season 0-5, they're gonna say, well, I mean, come on, man. The coach needs time to integrate his system. And no matter what, bro, it's like the players have to show up. No matter what. Whether you get a new coach or not. Players got to show up, man. Chop wood, carry water.
Absolutely. So look, some of these you might disagree with, but this is how it's color coded. So again, I left off the top teams, and I really wanted to leave off the Lakers, but the Lakers, their roster itself is not really good. So this is what we did. I got the Pelicans, Lakers, Grizzlies, Mavs, Wolves, Spurs, Warriors. Right? This is their top. This is not their full roster. This is like their top 10 players that more than likely are going to play. Some not going to play every night. Some not, you know what I mean? Some gonna play more than others, and we gave them a value. So if you see the yellow is like dominant players, that's all NBA caliber. I could carry the team on my back, like you know what those dudes are.
Right.
Then you got star players, key players, and then high value role players.
Right.
And then a role player, and then they gonna play when needed. So here's an example of how it looks for the dominant players. Luka, Zion, and it's only 5 of those because everybody ain't dominant.
Yeah,
Luka's the best player. I got Zion the second best player. I got Ant third, Steph 4, AD 5. Out of those teams, that's really the only dominant players to me.
Yeah.
Ja was close, but I personally love Ja, dog. Ja.
That's tough.
That's a tough one. That was a tough one, but I don't have so let's just do this real quick. Out of those 5, who do you have Ja better than?
Out of those 5,
he better than Luka?
No.
Z?
See, you know what? Honestly, if it was a debate, I would say Zion and Ja are extremely comparable because Ja have moments of just brilliance. The way you like, yo, this dude crazy. Like he a monster.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I don't know. I can't leave Ja off this list as a dominant guy. If I had to take anyone off the list as dominant,
listen,
it might be
AD. Okay, now listen, you can add even. Let's say we add Ja to this list, right? Let's say you add Ja to this list, but we'll continue on. So after that, the next bracket down is like star players. I got Ja with the star like Bron, Ja, Kyrie, Wemby, Fox. So how I look at that is players that are great players, but like LeBron can't carry a team by himself no more.
Right.
Kyrie can't carry a team. Fox, I don't think can carry a team. Wemby can't carry a team just yet. Like we haven't seen it yet. In my opinion.
Seen it just yet. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's like the next tier. Triple J was kind of in that, but I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah.
So then we go to the next tier, and this is where most of the good players fall, like key players. So you got Trey, Poole, Herb, Reeves, Triple J, Rudy, Julius Randle, McDaniel, Jimmy, Draymond. Like, you get what I'm saying? So all of those players are like kind of like not necessarily star players, but at the same time, like a very like you need, like those are the players that like other than your stars, they're like your number 2 options and stuff like that.
I think a good way to frame those players also are players that would be in the running for secondary awards.
Yes.
Like most improved player, defensive player of the year, all-star, 6th man of the year, but not MVP. They're not MVP like in the running.
They're not all NBA players, but you know what I mean? But they're like, you can see them in an all-star game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So then we got go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I know Randall made a couple All-NBAs, but that was a little while ago. But
but even I just watched Randall last year, and he was good to where I do think he's a a key guy on their team.
Yeah, but he
But
ain't no. Yeah,
if Ant not there, like
yeah, he's the third best player on that team.
exactly.
Yeah,
And that's what most of these guys are like second or third best.
Right.
And like even the second is sometimes debatable based on
Right.
the team construction and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got the next group of like high value role players. These are players like Clay, Cooper right now, because you don't know what flag gonna be, D'Lo,
Right.
DeAndre Ayton to his team, Kuminga, Murray to us if we keep Murray.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Naz Reid to his team, players like that. Then you got regular role players: Sadiq Bey, Missy, Rui, Edie, KCP, Derek Lively, Castle, players like that. Like essentially right now, though, y'all role players, and you need role players.
Yeah,
but
of course.
You know,
yeah,
and then play when needed. Like sometimes you're gonna play, sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you can't have impact.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, no, like it. Not like Hawk is one of those players, for example.
Yeah.
If Hawk play great
Right.
and he play well, great. It's one of those you might start Hawk out. If he hitting, he can play. But if he don't, you ain't tripping.
Right.
Right. So I assigned a point value to each like qualification and added up based on how many teams had whatever the team was. So this was the thing. The only two teams that were ahead of us were the Mavericks, right? Based on their roster, because they got a lot of high value role players and a lot of really good role players, right? And AD and Kyrie, like they probably, other than Luka and LeBron, they probably got the two best players. But again, caveat, Kyrie's gone most of the season. Right. Similar to how Murray's gone, but Kyrie's gone most of the season. So it was them. And then if you look at the Wolves are the other team with the higher point value based off they team. They're just really man, they just so solid, though. Right. And when you watch them, that's how it shows. Like they were a playing team until the last like 2-3 games of the season last season when they locked it in. So they didn't perform like they did the year before when they got
that trade looked like a disaster.
Yeah, man, you got Cat out of that. Them dudes.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards was like, I'm shooting too much.
Right.
So go ahead. What you think?
Nah, man, I like looking at this again. It's like majority of the season, Pods was benched. He was getting DNPs.
Come on, man.
Moody, them dudes wasn't really playing like that. You know what I'm saying? They thought Pods was that his one good year was a fluke. Like going back to last year. You look at Draymond, like, man, Draymond, he over the hill. Like, you know, is this a lot of these things when you talk about like the war of attrition on a night-to-night basis? Can you run and gun? Can you run a gun and be explosive more nights, like, and more often than not? You look at Zion, Trey, Jordan Poole, players who excel in transition when available. Even Herb Jones, force getting steals, getting out in transition. Again, the Pelicans' shortcoming would be shooting. Just evaluating this roster, and not to mention Pelicans still $4 million below the luxury tax, still have a roster spot open, and they've been linked to Malcolm Brogdon. They've been linked to Russell Westbrook, been linked to a couple people that would help even, you know, propel them to higher levels. Looking at the Lakers, third best player, Antonio Reeves. You got a guy like Dalton Connect, who kind of, he's second round, you know, whatever. You don't know what's gonna happen with him. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like certain players, I didn't even add to this. Like, for example, if you notice on ours, I don't have Spears or Queen for the Lakers. I don't have Connect. Why? The reason I don't have them is because I don't want to assign a role to them because we don't know. First off, they're rookies, and we like it would be irresponsible of me to say they're better than so-and-so. You know what I mean? The only players I have on here, like I got Cooper on here, bro. Cooper was the number 1 pick in the draft. Like you gotta have some expectation.
Just on GP,
yeah. Like, and I don't have him as no goddamn superstar. Like he, you know, kind of like in a high role player position. Dylan Harper is kind of you number 2 in the draft. Like I don't know what's
You
going
might not
on.
even play.
Bro, y'all just paid Fox 250 mil or whatever it is, bro. He getting the minutes, and Castle was rookie of the year.
Like, that's why a lot of it. And then look, Vassell coming off a down year. Now, those are all high level role players, but Sal coming off a down year. Their biggest addition realistically was Luke Cornett, because you really don't know what's going to happen with Harper. Playing behind Castle, adjusting to a new role, adjusting to the NBA, playing behind Fox. Looking at the Wolves started out a little slow out the gate. They're particularly a good matchup for the Pelicans. Conley, another year older. They don't have a ton of depth on their roster. Also, Mavericks, like you say, another team with some high-level role players. PJ Washington, who I'm a fan of. Najee, Najee a night-to-night player. You know what I'm saying? Lively, he dealt with some injuries. At this point, D'Lo is kind of like Dennis Schroeder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a journeyman point guard who can like a fringe starter type guy. You know what I'm saying? Really, if D'Lo one of your starters, you probably not that good of a team, honestly. And that's the thing I think some people miss it. Even with the Grizzlies looking at this roster, I'm like, Scottie Pippen Jr., cool young player. You know what I'm saying? Ty Jerome, cool young player, you know.
Depending on how you feel.
Yeah, those are guys who like some nights they're gonna have good games, some nights they're gonna have bad games, right? More often than not, it's gonna be like a mixed bag. Let me ask you this
question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. You was just talking about Scottie Pippen Jr. and Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
Over the course, now I get Ty Jerome played really well last season, but again, that's just one season. You saw what happened to him in the playoffs, and you see what was Ty Jerome before that. Right. How much better are those players than Jose Alvarado? Realistically.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they're fringe NBA guys at the end of the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when you look at when I'm just looking at guys who have a history of contributing more often than not, it's Zion, Trey, Poole, Herb. Even when I go through the list, Luka, LeBron, Reeves, but that's where it stops.
That's about it
for the Lakers. That's where it stops. For the Grizzlies, Ja, Triple J, bang, gone. Yeah. So that's where it stops. Like for the Memphis, Ja and Triple J. For Dallas, no Kyrie. So AD, I don't know what I'm gonna get from Clay. Like, you know, usually, like,
I'll say this. Clay, you know, looking like a new man right now.
Yeah, he might be rounding the turn, but you know, old girl, the dudes old girl deal with, they don't be doing too well though in the long run. So Clay, you know, get in and get out of there, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you gotta do.
The Wolves, you know, you got Ant, Rudy, and you know, I'm gonna give Randall benefit of doubt. And Rudy Randall, they got a top three, but you know, Spurs is really Wemby and Fox. Because Castle's still a young emerging player. Like, I don't even know if you can really put him much far further past where you put him, because he's still emerging. Like, the Warriors, it's Steph and Jimmy. That's where it stops. And I'll give Buddy Hill, you know, Buddy Hill benefit of doubt, but Buddy Hill is a hero player. When you talk about potential all-stars, because that's really what it's about, right? Guys who could be who have all-star caliber talent. Amongst this list, today, the Pelicans have the most players. Well, let's say Murray Hurt. I might say the Wolves too, because Rudy and Randall. But today is the key word. The Pelicans have three guys. Lakers got two. Grizzlies got two. Mavericks can't count Kyrie. So the Mavericks got one, and we don't know what's going to happen with Cooper Flag. Wolves got three. Spurs got two. I don't know if Fox ever been an all-star, but the Spurs got two. Warriors got two.
Yep. And again, so we already looked at the roster because people been like, the couple things that's been getting torn down, like I say again, it's the coaching. So again, JJ Redick, second year in the league, right? Second year head coach. The Grizzlies, first year head coach. The Mavericks, you give J Kidd his credit. The Wolves, you give Chris Finch his credit. The Spurs, like, first year head coach. And then the Warriors got Kerr, but look at the roster. So at the
Mhm.
end of the day, when you balance it all out, and we went through the schedule and how they got tough parts of their schedule, just like we got tough parts of our schedule.
Mhm.
Like, bro, everything being equal, I think we better than most of these teams. If I'm gonna give anybody benefit of the doubt, it's gonna be the Wolves because they've done it. But again, I've seen us against them, and I've also seen them like struggle throughout the season.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the Lakers, the same thing. No, if Luka go down for 2 weeks, they done.
Yeah. When I look at the Lakers specifically, like you just pointed out, even the Mavericks, I see two teams: Lakers, Mavericks, Grizzlies. I see two teams that's gonna beat up on bad teams.
Yes.
Like, but I think like in a series, Lakers versus Portland, I think Lakers would be in a dogfight, and I think I'm not too sure because again, look at the drop off. Because really, the drop off from Luka to LeBron is understated. It's like that's understated because it's like, bro, you don't know how LeBron about to look this year. LeBron looked real last year a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
He had his moments.
Yeah, he had his moments.
Yeah,
but it's like
over 82.
It's like, come on, man, over 81. By the time you get to December, and it's getting real. Like I don't know, Grizzlies. Again, it's all about how teams. If you're the Pelicans, if you're fans of Pelicans, it's all about how you evaluate Trey, Poole, and Herb. Exactly. If you're as big on Trey and Herb, because you kind of know who Poole is at this point. Poole is just like, let's just say he's comparable to CJ, right? I think he's better than CJ. Let's just say he's CJ for all intents and purposes. If you believe in Trey and Herb, you already know who Zion is if he's healthy. So that's to me, that's where it kind of is. You just need your center to rebound and defend the rim and be solid. Even with the second unit, it's like we said, dog, you ain't doing no 5-for-5 swaps. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not gonna happen.
No. So I agree with majority of that though. And not the last thing, because like I'm enjoying the conversation, but like so this is something that I kind of want rattle off to you real quick, because again, this is not counting the top 4 to 5 teams, because some of those teams we play well against too. Like we play well against the Clippers, but I am not including, I got to keep repeating this, I am not including the Clippers, Rockets, OKC, and Denver, because I just don't think it matters. Like over the course of the season, they're too proven. Like normally when you see teams in the play-in, is you know what I mean, a combination of these types of teams. But so Zion's record when he plays against the Spurs in his career, he's 8-4, averaging 23, 9-4. Against the Grizzlies, 6-4, 21, 6-4. Against the Warriors, he's 6-4 against the Warriors. 21, 7-4. Yes,
I would have never guessed that.
Against the Warriors, when he played, now again, he probably not playing like all of the game, but when he plays 6-4.
When he do play,
against the Wolves, 6-4. Against the Mavericks, he 2-6.
You know what's crazy, bro? That's including 2 losses this year. Well, last year, so he was 6-2. Damn, I'd have never guessed that. Go ahead.
So and that's the point I'm trying to make. The teams, so when we talk about how good Zion is when he plays, bro, and the kinds of runs that he get on, like literally you just need him to be healthy. And when I did the show earlier, like how good can Zion be? I didn't have him as a top 5 player. I had him as the 6th best player in the Western Conference, bro. Like
individual talent,
talent for talent with everybody in the West. Like he's the Shea, Joker, Luka, Shea, Joker, Luka. I think I had Ant and Kawhi, and I only had Ant based off of you just went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row, bro.
And like, even the Kawhi thing is like, Kawhi, I've seen you versus.
I've seen Zion give you buckets.
I've
seen Zion being put y'all in a position y'all can't do nothing with him. But I gave Kawhi benefit of the doubt because again,
got your respect. 2 rings.
2 rings, and then second half of the season he typically turn it on, and they team. But after that, like,
yeah, it's kind of after that, it's like everything debatable. That's the, and some guys, like, again, it's just different with, because some players they can put up numbers, but they don't necessarily affect winning at a high level. Like, to me, De'Aaron Fox is an exquisitely talented player, but I want him taking as many shots as possible, because for some reason it just never really drove winning. Like, just for some reason, that's why a lot of people just frowned upon his contract extension. They're like, oh, that's too much money, like, for, you know, a guy who's not necessarily, you know, I think De'Aaron Fox got all NBA, like, second, third team talent, absolutely,
yeah.
but it just hasn't translated just yet. But again, looking at the roster, bro, it's like 5 for 5 with, you know, a lot of these teams
better than y'all.
Yeah, like, that's the thing,
y'all.
bro. It's like, to me, Zion is worth at least 28 to 30 wins by himself.
Yes.
So if you add in the rest of the talent, and also take into account guys potentially taking next steps, because if we get the Trey Murphy we saw last year, that's a different animal. If
now
you
listen,
go ahead.
That's the point that I was getting ready to make as well. Now, if you look at the list, right? If you look at the list, so other than, let's say, Wemby, Fox, other than Wemby and Fox, really, and unless you're talking about some of these young players that might just come out of nowhere, right? Like Cooper might be great, but if you're gonna give Cooper the benefit of being great, I might give Queen the benefit of being
you got
great.
him saying,
So, like,
or
so
at least
I'm not even, one of them. So I'm not really counting them, but like Brian not getting better.
Yeah,
he topped out. Like, Triple J, like, is, I ain't gonna say he can't get better, but like, he
kind of is what he is.
He kind of peaked, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, Rudy not getting better, bro. Like, Fox, to my opinion, not getting better.
Yeah, he don't get better,
bro. Trey has literally another level that you saw him playing at last year. Like, y'all did the episode, you know, shout out to Boo Crew. Y'all was comparing Trey to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Ross. That was Ross's idea.
Yeah.
And look, number for numbers, is like, it's comparable.
It was coming into, I think Trey going into year 5. Going into year 5, they took that kind of leap. Bro, if Trey take a all-star level leap, and I ain't saying he gotta make it, but you know that fringe all-star, and be what we thought BI, because this is the thing with BI. Talent-wise, BI was an all-star level talent, but he could not play that way with Zion on the floor at the same time. Like, Zion had to be gone for him to look like himself. We've seen Trey with Zion look like a motherfucking killer.
Right.
Like, playing 36 minutes, going for 30 with Zion on the floor.
Yeah.
So that game in Boston last season, like, when I think Trey went for 30, 36 or something like that in Boston. No, that's with Zion on the floor. Like, we can count on our hand the amount of times that BI and Z both had plus like 30 in the game. Yeah, like, I think it was, I think that was the number. It was like both of them over 30 in the game. Like, no,
it's almost always at the detriment of the other player.
Exactly.
And go ahead.
No, you good.
No, I was just saying, even look at Herb Jones. Is like, look, if Herb Jones returns to form like that with that 49 win season, you know, if he's just Herb Jones, like, if he don't even do nothing, let's say Herb Jones don't do nothing. Herb Jones is Herb Jones. You got a hell of a player there. If Jordan Poole was the same player we saw in Washington, Golden State, and Washington, and in Washington last year, mind you, Jordan Poole was playing limited minutes for a team that was trying to lose. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So if he's just CJ, you cool. Because even, like, to go back to Trey Murphy for a minute, if all Trey Murphy is as good as Brandon Ingram, if he's just a fringe all-star, then you cool. Because looking at this list again, it's like, LeBron is descending. The players I see on this list, like Zion, Luka, Ja, Ant, Wemby, to a lesser degree, Steph. That's just about them dudes being healthy.
Yes.
Because if they healthy, then it's like they are who they are. Like, you know, Triple J is like I guess he could get better at rebounding, but it's like he kind of, you know, is who he is.
He a defensive player. He gonna get his numbers, but like he inconsistent.
Kyrie,
he a good player.
Yeah, excellent player, but you know, he inconsistent. Yeah. Kyrie descending, Anthony Davis descending. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Fox kind of just is what he is. Jimmy descending. Like a lot of these dudes, they don't really show up until it's like winning time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
they can't do it for 82 games, bro.
Right. And looking at the Pelicans roster, bro, again, the Pelicans only got about like one or two players that I'm like, I don't want to see you under any circumstances. That's like on the roster. Right now, I'm like, I'm pretty content with this roster, especially if y'all do something cool with that last roster spot. Because the McDaniels, I saw y'all, a couple people pointed out, that's a camp invite. So that's like an exhibit, like kind of like an Exhibit 9 type deal. Like if he plays well in camp, if he's well in camp, what they'll probably do is like cut him and bring him back on a 2-way or something like that.
Yeah, they just bringing in bodies. No, when you look at the list on like, see, because people start talking about like how good a certain team is or this team versus this team. But see, when you lay the rosters out like next to each other, when you can visually see, all right, after about this person, who do I like? You really start laying it out. And the only way, again, this is assuming that every team is healthy. So like this is not including coaching and all of that, because everybody got coaching questions. Like nobody has proven. Whoa, shout out Charles.
Appreciate you, brother.
I know that Zion had a winning record. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that Z had the winning record against.
And we don't even know JJ Redick a good coach. We don't even know that.
You assume.
Yeah.
People are assuming. I know one thing, and I'm not even a Willie Green fan. I know Willie made the playoffs twice.
Yeah.
I know he made the playoffs twice.
Made the play in a bunch of times, playoffs twice.
Made the play in a bunch of times. So what I know is, and I've never, and to Willie's benefit, we've never really seen Willie with a full healthy roster, a full season. And the one time he had the closest thing to help, they won 49 games. And like, even with the 49 win season, if Willie was better, that's a 50-something win team, in my opinion.
I was just about to say that. Yep, facts.
That's a 55 win team, something like that. So Willie was that bad. But even still, those dudes won 49 games.
Right. And bro, that was my whole point on the show the other night, though. It's like, bro, they won the motherfuckers. They won them. Like at the end of the day, I can feel how I want to feel about the context of the win. Like, oh, well, this person was hurt. This person was that. It's like, but you telling me that Willie Green is the difference.
Yeah.
You're not, you know what I'm saying? If Willie Green is the difference, then it don't matter if the bad team got injuries. The Pelicans should find a way to lose, right? So
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, again, bro, these players show up. Saddiq Bey returns to form how he was in Atlanta before he got hurt. Because Saddiq Bey was playing some ball. He's ball.
The dude was shooting almost 40% from the three.
Yeah, and ironically, he gets hurt against the Pelicans. So obviously. You know what I'm saying? I understand the hesitancy, totally get it. And I think everyone would be way more confident if Willie Green was gone, myself included. Right. But I do think that we would just create another way to make excuses, because that's like human nature, right? We would just be like, well, a new coach would need time to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, the player, this person's hurt. How the new coach never got his guys. But it's like, well, you can make the same excuses for Willie Green. And that's why it all goes back to, you got all this talent. This talent needs to deliver. They're making the big bucks now. They're not on these rookie scale contracts no more. The top 4 players, and it depends on what you think of Looney, like as a starter or not. But at least like the top 4 listed players on this list are on their second contract.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They making big bread now.
All of them at 20 and 30 million. And this is not including Murray.
And these guys are about to be entering their prime, going for their third contracts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
This is really, let's address that Blue Jay. But if the team does do better, does that increase Willie's chances to stay, which is, to me, is counterproductive. So I actually think, so similar to the 49 win season, right? You can win games and still not look like what you're supposed to look like, which is what I think the benefit of having Joe Dumars is compared to having David Griffin. I think Joe Dumars knows enough about the game and basketball and what it's supposed to look like to where even if those dudes are winning, he could come in and say, yeah, y'all winning some games, but y'all probably could be better if we fix this, this, and this. And he could, like, imagine David Griffin going to Willie Green and being like, hey, bro, why you don't run those Zion BI pick and roll? Like, I can see Willie looking at Griff like, dog, who is you talking to? Now, imagine Joe Dumars coming down and being like, Willie, why are you subbing out? Why are you subbing in Trey Murphy for Zion Williamson?
Right.
Like, that conversation just goes a little bit differently. So I think you got to give Joe Dumars the credit in that if he not seeing what he's supposed to be seeing from Willie, it don't make Willie safe.
And shout out to Charles Pierre. He kind of responded to what Blue Jay was saying. He was saying, basically coaches with winning records consistently in the playoffs get fired. That's really what I was saying earlier. And then again, if you look at if Zion and Joe Dumars have this relationship, like, being put out there, I'm sure he asked about Willie Green, and I'm sure Zion was like, nah. And I'm sure Joe Dumars asked everybody, because several players have alluded to Willie Green's shortcomings. Zion, Trey, I did the video that kind of went out there, Zion, Trey, Brandon Ingram, even DeJounte.
Absolutely.
So, and I just think, man, just taking into account how we don't watch other teams as religiously as we watch the Pelicans. So me being a person who follow a lot of Grizzlies media people, and I had the pleasure of talking with some of them.
Yeah, shout out in their spaces. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Grindhouse, man. They ain't big fans of Taylor Jenkins. They're like, man, Taylor Jenkins sucked. The Lakers fans like Darvin Ham sucked. What was the one that Frank Vogel sucked. Suns fans, Vogel sucked. Monty Williams took us to the finals. Monty Williams sucked. So when the team not winning, first person you look at is the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this dude got to get out of here. And you just but you can only consistently do that when the players are showing up. Because if the players are showing up, then that really, in the long run, you'll see bad teams win championships if the players show up.
Budenholzer has some great records, but Budenholzer, god awful coach.
He about to get fired.
Yeah, like
Doc Rivers won a ring.
There's so many bad people, bro. Like, it's so many bad coaches that just about Steve Kerr, and I think Steve Kerr is a good coach personally because I just think he's willing to adjust. Steve Kerr the other day was like, man, I'm not no good coach. I just got Steph Curry.
Yeah, I got the greatest shooter of all time. I had two of them.
Yeah, like Mark Jackson molded him. Steph Curry, I got Steph Curry as he came into his prime. Ain't nobody think, but nobody thought Steph Curry was going to be this level of great with Draymond and all of them. So you just was able to take a really nice ride. You know what I mean?
Byron Scott went to back-to-back finals, bro.
Come on, dog.
With Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and was it Eric Pierre?
Yeah, Kerry kills them, bro.
Like, at the end of the day, though, when them dudes show up, Doc Rivers with Chris Paul in Lob City. You know what I'm saying? When the guys show up, it's time to get it popping. It's time to get it going.
And this is the thing. We're not saying, at least I'm not saying that. Hold on. You disagree with discourse. Shout out to all of the warehouse workers.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Blue Jay.
So I'll say I lost my train of thought.
Mm.
What was talking about?
We talk about Willie Green and just coaches, bad coaches winning generally. I was saying how Byron Scott had just gone to back-to-back finals.
Oh yeah. So we're not saying that the Pelicans are going to win a finals,
right?
But are you saying they're going to be like they can be a competitive team?
Right, because the finals ain't the bar.
No, you just you ain't even got to make the playoffs, bro. You got to contend for the playoffs. You just can't be god awful.
I think for me, man, my criteria is look,
playoffs.
Make the playoffs. You ain't got to win a series. Make the playoffs, and then we'll now at least you ain't got to worry about your pick.
Yes,
like you know what I'm saying. Now at least you don't look stupid, like if foresight. But it's like again, I think people they got like a championship or bust mentality. I'm like, nah, this roster still incomplete. You still got the DeJounte Murray salary cloud kind of hanging over your head. And who knows when he comes back? Maybe he gives you a little stimulus with the second unit. Maybe. Who knows, right? You still got some clouds hanging over your head, man. So I think there's too much of a rush for this particular year to be like, no, we gotta get the championship. Look what OKC did. It's like, well, OKC's been healthy. Most of their guys have been healthy aside from Chet, and they've had the same roster, same coach for a little while, for a couple years in a row, and their MVP guy plays like an MVP every night. So I don't know if they coach good or not. I don't even know his name. He just shows up. I just know Shea a dog, and he showed up. Like a lot of people don't like Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle got a ring with Dirk now, because Dirk is a dog. Rick Carlisle. I can call it Carlisle. Yeah, Rick Carlisle. He just got an extension as well in Indy. A lot of people don't think Rick Carlisle's that good. But
people didn't think Indy was a good team.
Yeah, people think Indy was a good team. But Halliburton was showing up when it was time to show up in the clutch. Nembhard, Siakam, Miles Turner earlier. You know what I'm saying? A lot of even look at Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland. People gonna say Kenny Atkinson ain't a good coach. No, the players choked. Yes. The players choked, bro. A couple of them got hurt, but they choked. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them got hurt, but it's players got short, man.
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. So we say all of that to say, no, ain't no excuses for this team. I already, bro. Listen, I done a video saying this team. I broke down every game of the schedule. I got us winning 50 games, bro. I got us winning 50 games. I know a lot of people are at the 40 to 49, but we literally went through every game of the schedule. And unless we get some kind of injury and stuff like that, how the schedule lay out, I actually think it lays out a lot better than people think. Like, example, you play Boston early. Well, Boston don't have Tatum.
They might not have Jaylen Brown.
They might not have Brown. They don't have Porzingis.
No Horford.
No Horford. You got to win that game. You gotta win that game. Like that certain game, like when you play Dallas a couple times early in the season, there is no Kyrie.
Right. And even when he comes back, he's not gonna be Kyrie.
No, he's gonna take him a while. You gotta punish that matchup like every time. So like even when you look at, we got Minnesota a couple times early, but we play well against Minnesota. You got the Clippers early, we play well against the Clippers. You got Denver early, but Denver making adjustments. They don't they got
a new coach. We don't know if he good.
Yeah, we don't know if he good. And then MPJ gone. And I think Cam is gonna be be good, but shit, we don't know that right out the gate.
Right.
So when you start the season, yes, the schedule is tough, but the schedule is tough for everybody. And those dudes got just as many questions as we have to start the season. So if we could lock in focus and number one and Joe Dumars push the right buttons with Zion, and Zion look like what he did to end of the season. If him and Trey alone come back and look like the last versions of themselves to start the season, bro, it's like they're gonna be fine.
I believe so as well, man. I totally agree with you. To me, every game is tough. You could lose by 40 to Charlotte, or you could dominate them. You know what I'm saying? Every game is tough. Some nights is going to be Trey's night. Some nights it's going to be Zion's night where he looks unstoppable. Some nights it's going to be Jordan Poole night where you're like, yo, this dude's crazy. This dude is a monster. But the thing is, give yourself the opportunity. Give yourself a punching chance. I think with the talent on this roster, I think they've done that. Herb Jones seems to look like he's on schedule, if not ahead of schedule. And would I like one final move? Would I like them to bring in Malcolm Brogdon? Absolutely. But I like them even bring in Russell Westbrook. Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah, bro.
But,
if they did a move like that, I think. See, Malcolm Brogdon too safe to be. I want all volatile players, dog.
So Russell Westbrook is the guy.
Yeah,
because
bro.
one thing about you get Russell Westbrook, ain't nobody quitting or getting lazy.
No, dog. Straight. And remember the last. Not saying that Russ hadn't been like great. And again, Russ is a lesser version of this version I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But when Russ was in Washington, you saw Russ team on back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Go crazy over there. So like, imagine like Zion having Russell Westbrook in his head.
That's the thing. Just bringing that temperament, that work ethic, and even really to me, you know what the Pelicans missing more than anything, bro? The Pelicans, aside from shooting, the Pelicans really need a Josh Hart caliber player. What I mean by that, a player who rebounds tenaciously and can help push the ball up the court. Because that's something Herb kind of been lacking. Zion not the best rebounder. The Pelicans add some rebounding and some guys who can help put the ball in transition where they thrive at. I think you'll really see this team be exciting and fun this season. And I really would like Russell Westbrook, honestly. Russell Westbrook would be cool. Now, I don't think that's a shout out to Charles Pierre. He said I agree, Chaz, but at that point, Jose would have to go. No problem. That ain't no problem. Because historically, and I'll give you an exclusive, big dog. I get exclusive.
The Cheddar Chaz exclusive.
So Willie Green is a fan of Jose, right?
Absolutely. You can see it.
Yeah, but that don't mean the other coaches are a fan of Jose. Without me saying too much, that don't mean all the other guys are fans of Jose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people like, we need to stop playing Jose. Like, we need to play somebody else.
Can we get Hawkins some minutes?
Yeah, like, so I think if they brought in somebody and got to keep in mind, a lot of people think Willie Green calling all the shots. I think Joe Dumars about to be look. My reputation, bro. Yeah. Like, here's my suggestion, brother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
My suggestion, not suggestion.
Yeah, yeah. I said I got an even better idea. This is what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, T5 the Gray, he say Najee. Yeah, Najee would have been another person. Like, this is a glue guy, rebounds, you bring the ball up the court, handle a little bit. I think Russell Westbrook, man, you up by 1 point. The other team need the rebound. Here come Russell Westbrook crashing in with an offensive board. That's what he does. That's why you want somebody like that.
And he might throw that bitch away.
Yeah,
but that's
he might
cool.
off his ankle. But he gonna give you a chance though. It's a 50-50 chance. So
no. And again, with a team like this, and the one thing I think we've never had ever since, and let me make sure I say this properly, I guess, like, and I don't know if do you consider Rondo a great player?
I consider Rondo a brilliant player. I don't know if I would say great. I would say brilliant.
Okay. So we kind of on the same page of where I'm going with this. I don't think the Pelicans have had a player of like Russ's caliber in the building to be able to say, hey, dog, because that's why we really wanted to bring CP back.
Yeah.
Somebody of that level to be like, this is how you do this. Dog, for however you feel about Russ, Russ, and for what our team lacked, being called soft and all of that, no, that dude ain't having none of that. Bro. If you bring, no, they might end up having to start Russ if Russ came over here with that kind of energy, bro.
No, the thing with Russell Westbrook, bro, is like, and I cat out the bag. I'm doing the show on Russell Westbrook soon. But the thing about Russell Westbrook is like, go back and watch that clip with Jeff T talking about Russell Westbrook. He was like, Jeff T was telling Westbrook, man, that shit you be doing, I ain't worried about that. And Russell Westbrook like, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like, man, nobody want to deal with that dude, man. No volatile ass dude like that. Because CJ, for as good as CJ was never, CJ not like a legend necessarily.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook is going down as like a legend. Like he was
Bro,
crazy.
Russell is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like
this, Hall of Famer. Like, you know,
like it's not. You can argue though. You could argue Russ is like top 5, like greatest point guards of like the generation.
Yeah, you can
like
make
easily.
a real debate about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you consider, though, Russell Westbrook, once Kevin Durant left, Russell Westbrook ain't like become no scrub or nothing like that. When Russell Westbrook was balling with, man, what's dude's name, man? He got kicked out of the league, bro. Damn, I forgot his name.
I know he had
Cancer.
Oladipo.
Cancer.
He was Cancer.
He was balling. Even Cancer, like Cancer. He was balling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was a crazy team, but he was balling.
Listen, and you know one thing about Russ, like, say whatever you want about Russ. The teammates love Russ, dog.
Yeah, everybody
love Russ.
aside from maybe the Lakers, like Russ, you know, but because Russ was like, that's Russ when Russ was like, I should be starting still.
Well, even with Russ, then he was 18-8-8.
Yeah, no, it's just like, because see, Russ is like a mercenary at this point. Russ, go out there and just be disruptive and crazy. You got about 7 minutes. Like you got you get Russ, put Russ in the game about 3-4 minutes a quarter. You know, Russ, you're getting older. Go and just be Russ. Coast to coast.
Imagine instead of subbing in Jose, you subbing Russ. Like the dog. Like that. No, I'm not calling Pat Bev. I'm sorry.
Nah. Pat Bev stay where he at. Pat Bev gotta be one of the most. Pat Bev got the best marketing cover, dog. It's just like, bro, yo dog is so overstated. Why nobody keep you?
Yeah. Said after the push in the back and CP, I was drove. I ain't gonna lie.
It's just like, I don't know, dog. Like, I even wouldn't have been like, even though Bruce Brown wanted to only go back to Denver, I wouldn't have been upset even with bringing Bruce Brown back. But because you need some toughness, like, you know what I'm saying. And I think Russell Westbrook, look, it's either gonna work out or it ain't. Like, Westbrook is crazy though. Like, you need that mentality. He crazy to be professional. Yeah, like, you know, you need that. You ain't never this team ain't never had no winners, dog. No, like Russell Westbrook is a winner. Like, this team ain't never had no winners.
Not no real deal at this level.
Like,
I carry, like, Joe Dumars coming in being like, say, bro, I've won at like a high level. Like, Russ played in the finals, bro. I was an MVP of the league. Like, respect to CJ. CJ was a great guard. Oh, CJ is a no-time all-star. Like, respectfully, like,
yeah. And CJ a classy guy. You know, CJ ain't no chump, but CJ he ain't about to be like cursing people out and barking. Like, let Willie Green do something dumb to Russell Westbrook too many times. It's gonna get crazy. Now CJ had to put Willie Green in his place once before, you know. that's another exclusive. He had to put Willie Green in his place, but yet and still, that just ain't CJ temperament. Like, CJ not gonna get buy-in from other guys. Like, but Russell Westbrook coming at motherfucker, hey, turn that music down. Oh, Russell Westbrook turn the music up.
Russ. You know what I mean?
Russ you need a loose cannon type dude like that, bro. That's who Rondo was when he was here.
Yeah, Russ one of those kinds of players where, like, if he, like, I could see Russ coming in the locker room, and if it's like, you know what I mean, weak, just coming in with the old house party, like, I smell. like, man, what is y'all? No, dog, you gotta
like, pick your hands up. I'll put Russell Westbrook locker right next to Zion locker.
Right at the Z. We don't get on everything. We don't get on everything in the paint, bro. You get it, win. Yeah, I would flush. I would just try to flush. Yep. Now that I'd be open to.
I have heard this though. Okay. I have heard, I guess, just to put a bow on the Westbrook talk. I have heard that Russell Westbrook hates New Orleans.
Why wouldn't you?
Listen, I heard that he like. I heard he was like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't know why necessarily. Maybe he had like too many fights and shit here, bad experiences here, or whatever. far on the court, like he maybe had too many incidents. But he in the twilight of his career. At this point, it's like, I need a job.
Man, so, take that check, though, boy. Them people ain't worried about
you. 1 year.
You gonna play for Sacramento, bro? You saw what Rondo did. Rondo came here on something. I ain't supposed to be here, and
right,
like
went on greener pastures.
Yeah, come on, do yourself. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but bro, I appreciate you for coming through. This one was fun, though.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. I really do, man. I'm really happy with what you're doing, man. Again, I really love the charts and stuff because we absolutely need more data-driven content, especially in this space with this fan base. So I really do appreciate it, man. I'm a fan of everything you got going on.
Absolutely. I was a little conservative about it. I didn't want to overdo it because I really be looking at the stuff and I'm like, so then I might start adding like some of the numbers and stuff like that. I wanted to give it just visually names, words, but we could easily read and see what's going on. But no, when you really start looking and comparing with other, just how you said, like, people watch other teams. If you watch other teams, you see they struggling just as much as they nervous, just like we nervous.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, unless you brought Kevin Durant in, though, unless you did something like that, you ain't going into the West just overly confident you're gonna be all right. Like, Memphis fans don't know what's gonna happen in Memphis. So while we got some questions about our coach, though, they got a lot of other teams got questions about their coach. And at the end of the day, when they tip the ball off, dog, we gonna see what's happening. And then majority of the time you step on the court, and that's the benefit, majority of the time you step on the court, it's not many people better than number one.
Facts. Majority of the time, you may or may not have the best team, but majority of the time, you gonna have the best player when healthy.
Absolutely, when healthy. Right. So with that being said, man, that's gonna do it for us, Pels on the Blender. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all make sure to tap in the Chaz page at Cheddar Chaz on YouTube. Follow him on all of the social media. Go ahead and give him your stuff, bro.
Man, make sure y'all send me the email addresses, man, for the preseason raffle and for the top of the regular season raffle at Cheddar Chaz on Twitter and Instagram. Tap in, make sure y'all hit the bell notification on this channel, and you hit it on my channel at Cheddar Chaz, man. We're gonna keep putting out content for y'all until till the Pelicans in the playoffs, baby. Then we're gonna step the content up some more.
Oh yeah, we go. Listen, dog. They make it. Let me. Oh no, never mind. I can't go there yet. That's gonna be an exclusive. But appreciate y'all, dog. Everybody for tapping in. You hear me? Y'all like, share, subscribe. For Pels in the Blender, we out.